following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to Glenn in Massachusetts. Hey, Glenn, what's going on?
You know what is good for us is Tom O'Brien providing an unbiased source of information for us investors. You don't have an agenda. It's just to cut through everything and to give us the facts. I want to thank you.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. Well, 5 days a week we go, 2 hours a day we go, 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF Friday, folks. We get a long weekend. Make it a great one. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Accept others the way they are. You cannot change other people. To try to change them to fit what you want is like trying to change a dog into a cat or a cat into a horse. They are what they are, and you are what you are. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 73, Nasdaq up 2, S&P's up 2, gold contract up $3.20, trading at $1,388 an ounce. Silver up 95 cents at $32.52 an ounce. Platinum down $12 at $1,834 an ounce. Copper flat at $4.47 a pound. Light sweet crude off 38 cents at $85.95 a barrel. Bonds flat at $119.11. Dollar index down 36 ticks, trading out at 77.70. Euro up 7 ticks at 136. Yen 83.07, down 24. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world and the world of the S&Ps. What do we have? Another day, another up day. You're up 2.50. You do a 1 billion shares. Now, what's really wild here, folks, is this. This is option expiration. The NYSE should be banging out about 1.3, 1.4 anyway. Option expiration, you can do 1.5, 1.6. You're at 1 billion. We go over to the Dow. You take a look at the Dow. Inside the Dow, big number on the Dow, 73 bucks in the Dow, which was pushing the Dow up today. You had Caterpillar, Chevron, Travelers, and Boeing. Taking it away from it was Merck, American Express, Alcoa, and Pfizer. We go to the Nasdaq Composite. We look at the Composite. Composite, really side flat market, up 2 bucks, 28.33. I did 2 billion shares versus 1.9 yesterday. Bottom line inside the Nasdaq should be banging out about 2.7 billion. The NDX 100, we take a look at the NDX 100, also flat market. It was down 5, but it's really a flat market. Inside the NDX 100, what we had putting juice into it was Intuit, Oracle, Google, and Comcast. Taken out of it was Apple, NetApps, Baidu, and Amazon. We go over to Apple. You can see the context inside Apple, what Apple actually can do to the Nasdaq 100. Bottom line, Apple's down 7 bucks. You know, Nasdaq pulls back, even with a couple of those stocks up fairly decent. Apple, 28 million shares. Now, this is what you have with Apple, folks. The benchmark on Apple goes all the way back to the 18th of January. That's where Apple came off the high of 348, goes downtown to 326, does it with 67 million shares traded. What does it do? It comes down and tests that baby out on the 21st with 26 million shares. Goes topside. Makes a high on Wednesday with 17 million shares. Bottom line, what do we do today? You come down with volume. You get into the swing point of 348, 28 million shares versus the 33. Now, what you'll see with Apple, Apple's going to try to get into that swing point of that 348. Apple closed at 350.56. And if you do want to see, no doubt, option expiration and what it's called is pinning prices, folks. A couple of our tigers in the den here, they had a list of stocks, and there's no doubt. This is I've seen plenty of stocks pinned, folks, but today you had an assortment of the high momentum, well, just the high stocks. They were pinned, and they were pinned good. And what a pin is, folks, is that if they can get them close to, whether it's 25, 30, 35, 40 levels, what ends up happening is that the probability that the option market makers can make more juice on it go up dramatically, because the reason is that if it's in the middle of, a 5 and a 10, meaning a 7.5, well, then people on both sides can get juice versus the pin. Now, see, what should you have here? On Google, you're at 630. On Apple, you're at 350. Oh, yeah, I'll give you the exact numbers. Apple's 350.56. Google is 630.08. CMG, which is Chipotle, this is amazing, is at 260.15. Netflix, NFLX, is at 235.51. So they, no doubt, had some power inside that option market today, moving those right to where they wanted to get them. It's not that they can't move them if they're 3 or 4 points away. What they can do, folks, is that once they get close to those levels, they can get them inside. When I say close, a $350 stock, if it comes down to about 1.5 points, they can get it down 1.5 points. And the way they do that, they just can actually go out to a future month and buy and sell options in those future months to get them where they wanted to get it for this month to collect the bread that they know is already out there. We go over to the gold contract. We take a look at gold. What we had with gold out here today is this. Price spread on gold, we went from 1382 to 1392. You closed out at 1388. We did 100,000 contracts, and that's not even close. That's going into 255, so gold's going to need a lot more than that. You're right into ICE. I mean, you're actually $10 above it, because 1377 ICE. 1394 is the swing point. It got to 1392 today. If we go take a look at the oil market out here, now the oil market was really intriguing out here today. What you had with oil is this. Oil got to a price point out here today of 87.88, and then bang, then just gave it up. You had a big bounce up there. They had 100,000 contracts, gave it up, and it's going to be, wants to run down to the other side, meaning the 83.85 level. Now, how we hit that's going to tell us you're going to break that whole deal and get into the $81 area. We go take a look at the silver market. What silver out here did today. Silver goes topside, 82,000 contracts. That's some good juice too. That's the bottom line. We go take a look at the SLV. Now the SLV trades at 10% of the price of silver. The SLV out here today did 50 million shares. The last swing point out there is 69 million, but it's way over it, so it can actually test that. And that's where there is big divergence between silver and gold, because if we go to the GLD, you'll see that the GLD did 15 million shares versus the 26 million and couldn't hold it. What you did have early in the morning out here, which was pretty incredible, is that you had cotton, folks. Cotton went limit up and then limit down. That was pretty amazing. Cotton got to a price point. Now the cotton market, folks, was trading at $1.36. Okay, 136. That was the 14th of January. Bottom line, what ended up happening is that baby gets all the way up to the 208 area. It went up limit up last couple days. Today it goes limit up and then bang, limit down. Big move, no doubt. What was moving out there in the commodity sector also is that we had wheat take a hit, soybeans take a hit, sugar a slight hit, corn a slight hit. You had the interest rates in China move up 50 basis points. That's still not enough to rock the markets. They did that at about 5 a.m. Eastern time. We take a look at some of the high volume stocks out here. This is what we. Here she is. Well, let's first go over to we had let's see. Coca-Cola was flat. We had Disney down 14. Oxy was up $1.54. We had Big Blue up 60. International paper was down $1.27. We had J.P. Morgan Chase up 18. If we go to the XLF, we look at the financials. See what we have happened to financials. She stayed at the high. She was up 3 pennies today, $17.17. Go over to the XLE. Let's go over to the energy sector. What we had with energy out here, energy was up 32 cents. The XLE at 77.02. She's at those highs also. Materials, what we did with the materials basically just couldn't hold the highs, and that's kind of intriguing because the prices are staying up there, meaning of the materials. But the bottom line is that we had a high out here today in the IYM of the 81.74, closed out at 80.73. We go take a look at the bond market. We had with bonds out here today, the 30-year bond. She rejected lower price. It looks to me like this is going to be a little small ABC structure on the way up. Now, this is what you have inside the bond market. Bonds today, 30-year bond this is, we got down to 118.22. Rejected the lower price, had 300,000 contracts versus 424. That's saying it wants to get into, number one, the 119.25, and what it looks like is that it wants to basically get into this 121.26. Let's go to Joe in Boston. Hey, Joe, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. Happy Friday.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, it is.
Ready for a good weekend?
Yes.
Perfect.
I am. I took my little guy skiing last night for the first time. He did really well.
Where'd you go?
Went to Bradford up in Haverhill.
Oh, yeah, man. That had to be great.
Yeah, I got him on the little first time. He did great. It was awesome.
How old is he?
4.
Awesome, man. Did you have him right between your legs? Yeah.
No, I snowboard, so
Okay.
I was just I was just kind of walking, but he was
good.
Wasn't a big slope. Wasn't a big slope.
It doesn't have to be, man. That's awesome,
fun,
man.
though.
You're gonna have fun. Yeah. I tell you, we skied a lot. When my children were young, we skied a lot, and I snowboarded a lot, and it's great, man. You know what's so great is that what's cool what you're doing, Joe, they'll get so good that when they're about 7 or 8, man, you can go anywhere you want. Do you know what I mean? Which is just dynamite, man.
And Tom, last night it was like 50 up here. It was a great night.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's where it's at.
So, hey, I know where you're at on this GOLD, but I was just wanted to check out one thing. I was looking on the weekly.
Well, tell me where I'm at. GOLD is
GOLD.
Yeah, GOLD, folks, is Rheingold Resources. This is the okay. Go ahead.
So I was looking at the weekly here.
Yeah.
And I was looking at this candle in November.
Okay.
November 6th.
Okay.
Weekly.
Let me put it back in the weekly. Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
And it had about 11 million there.
Okay.
So I didn't. It seems okay. It came in here. It's kind of trying to hammer in a bottom here, right here. I think maybe, but I didn't know if it could bounce to maybe 90 before it went lower.
Yeah, I think it can. I know. Okay. So this is what you have, folks. This equity out here today start moving. And this has always been the strong. Well, the last 5 years, folks, this has been the strongest gold equity. I was watching this. I've been watching this like a hawk because I'm saying to myself, okay, is this it? Is it going to move?
I know. Yeah.
Now, the 90's real because when I was, intraday, I was looking. I says, oh man, see, watch what this did, folks. This equity, went from $106 down to 75. Okay. Now it hit the 75 and it hit it with some heavy juice. When we got down there. Hey, you just hang right there, Joe.
Okay.
Folks, you hang right there. We'll come back. We're going to bisect and dissect one because this is going to tell us quite a bit about what's going on in the market, in the equity market for gold and for gold shares. This time O'Brien, this is TFNN. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. We're coming right back.